Years ago, I went scuba diving. Do we have any scuba divers here? Well, quite a few. All right. So you don't run, you scuba dive. Is that it? All right. So I went down to the lowest depth I'd ever been to, 100 feet. It was in Hawaii off of an island called Molokini. And so our instructor went down with us, and he said, now don't use up all your air. Pace yourself. And so as we were descending to 100 feet, and by the way, when you're down 100 feet, you can't just go straight to the top. You have to go up slowly, right? You have to be very careful. And so I got to the bottom, and my friend who was diving with me said, I've never seen so many bubbles come out of a regulator in my life. I was breathing all my air. I think I was a little nervous. By the time I got to the bottom, I looked at my gauge. I was almost completely out of air. I'm 100 feet down. I look over at my instructor, and I gave the universal sign of air is gone. And I think I saw him roll his eyes behind his mask. It looked like, what an idiot, you know? And he pointed like this, and he had told us ahead of time, if you lose oxygen, you need air, breathe off my octopus. Not a literal octopus, but an extra regulator and a short hose on the back of his tank. He had 2 tanks, actually. So I had to swim over and take my regulator out, put this one in. The problem is that hose was so short, wherever he went, I had to stay very close to him. So he would go down a few feet, and I'm just above, just kind of like this. It was sort of an exercise in being completely humiliated. But I'll tell you what, I stayed in sync with my instructor, because if I didn't, I would drown. That's what we are to do when we walk with God. We stay in sync with God.